Auto cleaners. I always thought of them as useless equipment, but seeing the size of this ball of debris they managed to roll, it makes me start to respect them. The trash ball mostly consists of electrical tape. Such supplies of electrical tape suggest that engineers doubted the durability of the liner. Judging by the steady melting of the rolls, there was a fire in the engineering modules, but it definitely was not the cause of the disaster. Come on, just a little more. Do it before you realize that these mechanics just artificially prolong the gameplay. Data acquired, but its analysis will take about 3 days. Nope, 3 seconds are enough. Apparently, the captain's bridge damaged the tank with mayonnaise on the port side of the liner. The mayo got pulled into the core's gravitational field, which increased its mass and decreased its activity. Bombarding the core with other similar debris may lead to a further decrease in its activity, probably. What's left to do is to find something with similar properties to mayo and not kill yourself with such experiments. We need to hurry. In this regard, I will calibrate the radiation sensors a bit. You'll be able to get much closer to the liner, and we'll assume that you are not exposed to radiation at all. Speaking of Normandy, your interlocutor has already mentioned this shuttle with survivors. It would be nice to find it before you actually destroy everyone. I will mark several interesting places that I found through the coffin notification system.
This is working autonomous oxygen station.
If you want to open more coffins, there's a chance that I'll be able to detect new, potentially useful debris, while my anti-vandal program scares you with criminal liability. Interesting design. The wiring schemes of the steering wheel are even less complicated than in the pleasure ships. You can connect an oxygen station. Thanks to your torture, I violated not only the Breathedge data protection protocol, but also entirely by accident. I repeat, entirely by accident. Cracked the data block, which I had insufficient privileges to access. From the information gathered, I can conclude that the agency coffins not only transmit information about obstacles, but also exchange strange encrypted data packets. Unfortunately, even when threatened with a drill, I wouldn't have enough power to decrypt it. You would need some military equipment here. Apparently, there was a survivor here, temporarily. During the explosion of the bridge, I managed to take measurements of your body to order a coffin, but it didn't come in handy after all. I'd like to note, you're in great shape. Keep it up. You're almost not so fat. A miracle of engineering. This vacuum cleaner flew fast, but not for too long. Unfortunately, the skillful engineer turned out to be a less skillful driver. Judging by the number of antennas, this is either a communication point or a communication point from another side of the liner. In any case, there's a chance to find Normandy and the other survivors. Hope these antennas are spares and communications can work without them. Looks like someone tried to get inside the module using the shuttle as a battering ram. By the way, did you know that originally the heads of some battering rams are shaped like a ram? That's an interesting fact. The chance of injuring yourself with the electrical tape is 46%, which makes the dispenser the safest tool for useless construction and wasting your time. Remember not to put the loose end of the electrical tape down your throat. The pilot entered the module. Well, partly. At any rate, his brains are scattered all over the corridor, and they most likely got into the vent and activated the airlock pressurization protocol. You need to find another airlock to get inside. The service airlock. To be more precise, this was the service airlock. Unfortunately, now it's gone. But if you scan how its system works and get the necessary tools, we can try to repair it to depressurize the doors. Almost perfect. However, your biometric data shows a fit of acute frustration with the visual implementation of the construction system that doesn't match the given developer's promises and screenshots. The Breathedge agency is trying to take care of its customers' mental health, therefore I have to start stimulating your brain to create visual hallucinations. Your construction will look more attractive now, but there may be some side effects that are not worth paying attention to. You need to find the central interphone. If there's anything left undamaged there and you don't try fixing it, then we have a chance. A detailed plan of the service module. If you find the missing information, you can create such a module yourself. Who knows for what purpose? Seems like during the crash, they smashed their heads against the console, which now appears to be non-functional. It's a shame that airbags are not provided in spaceships. The observation post was broken before the crash. All the records are missing. Looks like a diversion. The Interphone is out of order, which is to be expected from a commonplace indie video game where the main gameplay is based on, oh, wait, it actually is in order. However, communications are down and the antenna needs to be fixed. Again. You need a special pass, which is issued only to employees of the liner. The antenna miraculously remained intact. You may start debugging, but where's the antenna? I wanted to use the audio file from the first chapter to reduce the cost of development. Looks like it wasn't the antenna that caused the problem, but these broke. I don't think it'll help. I don't think it'll help. I don't think it'll help. The broken wires problem is solved. Try to catch a signal from Normandy. It's too stupid, even for green universe radicals. So that's how it actually works. How interesting. It's amazing that they are alive. Even with a serious decrease in the core's activity, it still must be extremely uncomfortable there. Unlike modern radios scattered throughout the area, this one, have you ever heard of cannibalism among astronauts? Even if you take into account your excessive consumption of water and food, resorting to this would not be easy. Try to unclog the ventilation. I was correct. The brains clogged the ventilation. Now the security system should shut down, which will allow you to unlock the door manually from inside.
Strange place, but maybe we can find something useful here.
Stop. Judging by the signal, there's an anti-asteroid turret nearby. I hope you don't look much like an asteroid, but it's recommended that you stay away from the guns. These turrets can attack a large moving object without even knowing how valuable the spacesuit on this object is. There's an engineering shuttle ahead. I wonder how you find everything so quickly. Is it because of my hints? Why do you need a new spacesuit? I'm better than any new spacesuit. I recommend just upgrading the current equipment. For example, paint the helmet. I'm sure it will help. That's a familiar way of repairing things. Did you study the same manual as well? His mistake was that he didn't know the principles of electrical conductivity. However, it's a good idea to pour some melted metal on the handy scrapper. It's unlikely that it will fly with a broken engine, but the design of the steering wheel is quite interesting.